Okay, Assalamu alaikum everybody. Welcome to your lesson today. So today we're going to go and dig a bit deeper into trigonometry. As you know, we've already covered right angle trigonometry. So today we're going to move into non-right angle trigonometry, which means we're going to start introducing you to the cosine rule. It's one of the rules along with the sine rule that is used primarily for working out missing lengths and missing angles for non-right angle triangles. So I've already set the work for you, which you can find. Apologies. In your classwork, of course, if you click over here, I've already set both of the PowerPoints for you. I'll have the PowerPoints on my screen today, but for extra work after the lesson, they're both accessible to you after. Now, I'm going to start off with the normal whiteboard lesson today, and then we'll dig into some questions and some interactive questions a bit later on during the lesson. So let's dig in. First of all, we know when we're dealing with right angle triangles, they normally look something like this with a right angle here, correct? Now, when it comes to non-right angle triangles, they can go like this. So there's 0 right angles involved in non-right angle triangles. Now, the first thing you need to understand is that we have big letters like this. Let's say A, B, and C. Now, the big letters represent the angles in the triangle. So that's angle A, this is angle B, and this will be angle C. Now, opposite to the big letters are the sides. Now, the side A, for example, is exactly opposite to the angle A. So that becomes small a. The side B is opposite to the big angle B. So this is side B. And then this becomes side C. So this is how we label a non-right angle triangle. Now, there were a couple of different formulas that you also need to be aware of that are not given to you in your exams. So these are formulas that you need to learn off by heart and be prepared for. Now, the very first one I will teach you is assuming that we want to work out the length of A. So the formulas we'll go through first are the length formulas, and then afterwards we'll go through the angle formulas, and we'll go through how we have to rearrange them as well. So the length formula for, let's say, assuming we're working out length A, goes like this. So we have A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos big A. So this is the formula for working out the length of side A. Then we have the other formulas for B and C. They look extremely similar, so it does help you to actually remember them pretty easily. So the formula for side B will be something like this. It will be B squared is equal to A squared plus C squared minus 2AC cos, 2AC, apologies, 1 second. There we go. So 2AC, and then cos big B. And finally, I can only assume that you already know what's going to happen, but for length C, we have something very similar again, which is C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cos C. So these are all for length. Okay? So these are all for length. Now, when it comes to angles, what we'll have to do is we'll have to rearrange every single one of these formulas and get them in terms of either cos A, cos B, or cos C, because that's the form of angles. Now, I'll go through one of them over here. So let's get rid of this right angle triangle, and let's assume that we are going to rearrange the very first one. So let's rewrite it one more time. So we have A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos A. Okay, now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take all of this over to the other side to turn it into a positive, which means we're going to bring the A squared over to the right hand side and make it a negative. So we're rearranging our formula now. So how's that going to be written? Well, if this comes over here, we go from a negative to a positive. So this will become 2BC cos A, sorry, there we go, is equal to B squared plus c squared, because this didn't go anywhere, so it's still here, minus the a squared because we went from a positive to a negative, so minus the a squared. Now this is still not in the form of just cos a on its own. Okay, so we have the 2bc here. Now we know in algebra this is the same as saying 2bc times cos a. There's a hidden multiplication sign in here. We know this. So the inverse of multiplication will be division, which means we're going to have to divide both sides by 2bc. So 2bc on this side and 2bc on this side. It allows us to cancel this from here and here, which means now on the left hand side we're only left with cos a. So cos a is equal to, and on our right hand side we have all of the other sides, which is b squared plus c squared minus a squared all over 2bc. Okay, so this is the theory of the cosine rule for length and for missing side C. We knew and understood that we had to use this formula over here to work out the missing side C. We were already given side A and we were already given side B, so all we had to do was simply substitute that information into our formula, calculate everything to get our answer for C squared being 18,642.12. Now, as we discussed, the letter here is a C, it's not a square. So we can't leave our answer in this form either. So we have to get rid of the squared. Now remember, the inverse of squaring is to square root something. So by square rooting the right hand side and the left hand side, it allowed us to have C on its own is equal to the square root of 18,642.12, which gave us the answer of 136.54, which meant to us that side C was 136.54. Now, moving on from there, we could finally work out the perimeter of the triangle, which was to add 90 plus 60 plus the 136.54, which gave us 286.54. So that was an example of working out a missing length using the cosine rule. Okay, now what I'm going to do next is we're now going to go through and find a question where we can basically work out the missing angle using the cosine rule as well. So give me just a second while I find the triangle for us that would have that question. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Apologies. Oh. Okay, here. This is a great example. We'll do this. So what we're going to do very quickly is we're going to do this in 2 steps. One, we're going to practice working out our missing length again. After we've worked out our missing length, what we will do is we'll go back and work out one of the missing angles in this triangle. Now, I can understand if some of you have some reservations because I've taught you at the moment A, B, C, but suddenly this question has X, Y, and Z. Now, they do this sometimes in the exam papers to throw students off. What you can simply do is you can go ahead on your exam paper and in any question that you have is simply change your letters from X, Y, and Z back into A, B, C to help your mind understand the question a little bit better. So for example, I will make this A, I will make this B, and I will make this C. Now I know I'm working out the missing length of A. So I'm going to work through A with you here and you guys are going to assist me. Once we've done that, we will then go ahead and we will work out angle B at the end. That way we've worked out not only a missing length for this triangle, but also a missing angle for this triangle. So because it's length A we're working out, if you remember correctly, the formula we have to use now is A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos big A. So now, Tahim, can you help me substitute this information in? Tell me what my next line should be. What should I write next? How should my substitution look like?
So you need to make the subject cos B, cos. You need to make subject B A. Sorry. So you would
So it's
substitute.
28 squared. Good.
Yeah, so
So
you
my
substitute the
substitution should be
numbers.
what? Okay, so what should
So
I
for
write here
b
for B?
squared, it would be 12.4 squared,
So 12.4, sorry, give me 1 second. 12.4 squared, yes,
and then plus for c squared, it
plus
would be 9.3 squared,
9.3 squared, good,
and then minus 2,
yes,
and then brackets b, which is 12.4,
12.4.
and then times,
Sorry, 1 second. There we go.
and then
Yes,
times
12.4 times
c, which is 9.3 squared,
9.9.3,
not
9.3,
squared, sorry,
and
not
then
squared,
times,
and
that's
then
fine, and
cos
then times
a
what?
times
Cos A.
cos a, which is cos 38.
That's 38. Well done. Now, Yasmin, can you please calculate all that for me and tell me what A squared should equal to?
Okay, so a squared is equal to,
So just put all of this in your calculator for me, please, and just tell me one number that is equal to. What's the final answer?
is equal to 58.50.
58.50.
5031 5031 9979
5031
9979.
9979. Okay,
Yeah.
amazing. Now, Amina, finally, can you please square root this for me? Remember, we can't leave it in the form of a squared. We have to have it in the form of just a on its own. So can you tell me what a is equal to on its own now, please?
It's equal to 7.65.
Give me 1 second. So it's equal to
7.65.
7.6. Oops. Sorry about that. 7.65. There we go. Amazing. So we've just worked out that this side is 7. Sorry, this is my pen today. It's a bit dodgy, but okay, 7.65. Okay, amazing. So what we've just done is we've worked out the missing length. So now that's done, let's go ahead and work out the missing angle. Okay, now the missing angle that I would like to work out is angle B. So I'm going to ask Omar to please tell me what formula should I be using. So what should I write down first, Omar?
So you will start with cos B equals
Okay. Cos B is equal to, sorry,
will be a squared plus c squared
A squared plus C squared
minus b squared,
minus B squared
all divided by 2ac.
2AC. Amazing. Well done. That's exactly it. So what you've just done is you rearranged cos B. B squared is equal to A squared plus C squared minus 2AC cos B. You rearranged it to give it in the angle form. Amazing work, Omar. Well done. Now, what we're going to do here, everybody, is we're going to substitute every single side that we have into this formula to help us work out this angle here, angle B. So, Tahim, can you please tell me what my substitution should look like?
So you don't know the answer for cos b, so you leave that how it is. So a would be 7.65 squared.
7.65 squared.
And then plus c, which is 9.3 squared.
9.3 squared.
and then minus b squared, which is minus 12.4 squared.
So minus b squared, which is 12.4 squared.
And then
Okay, carry on.
all over
All
2,
over 2,
and then brackets a, which is 7.65,
7.65,
and then c, which is 9.3.
9.3. Amina, can you please calculate that for me and tell me what cos b is equal to, please?
It's equal to it comes up as minus 0.061.
Minus 0. Yes.
0.061 47
Okay.
65.
6, 5. Okay, perfect. That's fine. So let's double check everything that we have. We're trying to work out angle B given the lengths of A, B, and C. Now remember, it was B squared is equal to A squared plus C squared. A squared was 7.65 squared. C squared was 9.3 squared minus B squared, which was, ooh. Now, can someone tell me where we might have gone wrong over here? No, it's fine. Actually, b squared is 12.4. That's fine. I apologize. That's fine. All over 2 times a, which is 7.65, times c, which is 9.3. That looks fine. Now, what's the final step, Amina, to actually get this to be an angle? What do we do from this step onwards?
You do cos minus 1.
So what's that function called? What is that step? It's called the
Inverse of cos.
inverse function. Well done. So that will be cos of everything that you have over here, which is minus 0.0614. I apologize about that. 6, 4, and then 765. So what's the angle then equal to once you calculate all of that, Amina?
That's equal to 93.53.
93.53. There you go. So this angle we've now worked out using the cosine angle formula to be 93.53. So you worked out the missing length first, which gave you the length for every single side. And then using that information and the formula for cos B, you managed to work out the angle of it. So now we've covered both how to work out a missing length and how to work out a missing angle. So now going back to the interactive lesson we have over here, I would like everybody to now go back to it, and I'd like you all to please start. I'm gonna mute myself somehow while we wait. Sorry. So I'm still waiting for the first person to answer. Come on, who's gonna get it first? So by the looks of this question, you seem to be working out a missing length, the length of y. So at the moment we have 0 answers in. Let's see who's going to get it first. The competition is on. Remember, you're allowed to label your triangle with any sides that you want. Oh, nine. Oh, okay. 2 people in. Well done. 2 people in. We'll give everybody just around 30 seconds more before we move on to the next question. Five, four, three, two. Oh, there we go. Wow, well done. All of you got that. Amazing work. Well done. Next question. Are you ready again? Competition's on. There you go. So this time, by the looks of it, you're working out a missing angle. Label the triangle however it makes it easy for you, and let's work out the angle Z. Let's see who's going to come in first. Almost in with 60 seconds, just under a minute. Amazing work. Remember, everybody, in an actual exam, for questions like this, you have anywhere between 3 to 4 minutes because they're worth 3 to 4 marks. A minute a mark, remember that. So getting this in just about a minute is amazing work. Well done, Omar. Let's see everybody else. Come on. Well done. Well done. Very close, not too far off each other. Okay, the answer is 74.8. Well done to 4 of you. Amazing work. Now, ready for the next question. 3, 2, and 1. So we have another missing length question. So this time you're working out the length Z, which is missing. Remember to label the triangle however you wish. That makes it easy for you. And let's work this out. Ooh, 52 seconds. Wow. Less than a minute. You guys are on fire. Well done. Let's give, okay. Let's wait just about 10 more seconds for our last student and see if they can also get it. Okay, time is up. So 8.1 was correct. Well done to all of you again. Amazing work.
Wait,
With-
sir.
Yes.
So I forgot how to label the triangle again.
Pardon?
I forgot how to label the triangle.
Okay, that's fine. So let's go back to our whiteboard one more time and let's label the triangle. Okay, so let's clear this all. Okay, so just reiterating one more time for Yasmin how we label our triangle. Now, this is what we have. Okay. Now remember, what they can do is they can give you different letters, right? Like we just saw, there was a letter Z. Like I said previously, you are free to label the triangle with A, B, C, however you wish. So this can be A, this can be B, and this can be C. The big letters represent the angles. Opposite to the big letters are your sides. So this becomes side A, this becomes side B, and this becomes side C. So angle A, angle B, and angle C. Length A, length B, length C. Does that make sense to you, Yasmin?
Yes, it's fine. I just like got mixed up with the big letters and small letters.
No worries at all. I'm glad that made sense. Okay, let's go back to our final question then. This is your opportunity, Yasmin. Redeem yourself. You've got this. So let's see if it's an angle question. Good luck to all of you. Go ahead. Final question. Let's get this. Over beat his own personal record. 43 seconds. Wow. Okay, Tahim's in at 64. Anjali's in at 76. Okay, there is everybody. The answer was 69.6. Let's finish and see how everybody done. So, retrieving the final. Tahim with 3,800 points. Omar in second place, but with the same amount of points. So you're tied in first place, actually. Daniel with 3,450. And then the rest of you are there. Amazing work, everybody. So, Tahim and Omar, you're each going to get 5 XP points for the work. Daniel, you're going to get 3 XP points, and the bottom 2 will each get 1 XP points for all the amazing work that you've done. Very good work. Amazing. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to wrap up the lesson very quickly, just reiterating exactly what we've learned today with one final quick question. So, let's go over here. Let's clear everything up, and let's reiterate exactly what we've learned today and go from there. So what we're going to do is we're going to determine angles in a non-right angle triangle. So this time we're going to do angles. So, oops, sorry, frozen on me. There we go. Perfect. So what we will do is we will do, sorry, 1 second. Here. Okay, so here's a question. It's asking us to work out the angles. Now, one of the angles, the largest angle of the triangle, okay? Now, I believe this might be the largest angle of the triangle, so we'll assume we work out this one first. Now, remember, this is not labeled at all, so we can label it how we want to label it. So let's label this A, let's label this B, and let's label this C. Okay, so Yasmin, starting with you, now that we've reiterated labeling one more time, can you first tell me, if I want to work out angle A, what should my formula be?
If you want to work out angle A, you put cos A equals to B squared plus C squared minus A squared over 2BC.
So cos A is equal to B squared
Plus C
plus
squared,
C squared minus,
A squared,
okay, all divided by,
2BC.
sorry, there we go, all divided by
2BC.
2BC. Amazing. Okay, so now let's substitute everything in. So, Tahim, can you tell me what my substitution will be?
So for B squared, it would be 5.3 squared.
5.3 squared.
And then for C squared, it would be 4.2 squared.
4.2 squared.
And then minus
Carry on.
A squared is minus 7.6 squared.
7.6 squared. Good.
And then
All divided
over,
by what? Yes.
2, and then brackets B,
Yes.
so 5.3, and then C,
5.
so 4.2.
Sorry, give me
5.3.
a second. Yep, just having, there we go, 5.3 squared.
No, not
And then
squared.
bracket 4.2, yes?
I don't think it's squared. 5.3 isn't squared.
Yes, I apologize. Well done. There we go. So
And then
4.2.
4.2.
Okay.
Yep.
Omar, can you calculate all that for me and tell me what cos A should equal to?
So cos A is minus 0.27.
Minus 0.27,
27.
yes?
Yep.
Amazing. And finally, Omar, finish off the question. What is the angle A then actually equal to?
So you have to do cos minus 1 of that, which is 105.7.
It's equal to 105.7.
0.7.
And there you go. That's our answer for the largest angle in the triangle. All angles in the triangle, remember, add up to 180 degrees. So both of these are going to have to be less than 180. And they're also going to have to be less than this in order to actually give the triangle an opportunity to add up to 180. Therefore, this is our largest angle. And that concludes our lesson for today. Thank you very much. Jazakallah khair. And I'll see you next time. Assalamu alaikum.